The current global retail landscape. What is the retail landscape and environment? The retail landscape and environment is the ever-changing landscape that involves a shared space of products and consumers in the subject of an economic transition. It is an industry that constantly needs to keep moving to survive. Why is the retail landscape changing? Like of everything, times change with new aspects of reality. Our wants and needs change, and retailers forecast trends to maintain the consumer's needs over time to adapt to the new landscape. How has the global retail landscape changed and evolved? With some examples. COVID 19. The COVID 19 pandemic has caused a global economic crisis and worsened problems that were already happening in the retail industry. Pre COVID 19, what was happening before? Brexit. So, EU is the UK's largest trading partner. Without an agreement, UK consumers face higher costs and reduced availability of goods. New point-based immigration system will affect staff in retail and getting a job due to skills gap. From March 2016 to 2019, UK retail lost 106,000 jobs with many store closures. Get Brexit done was seen as misleading, a loss in GDP, but however it was supporting in innovation. And in the graph, it is estimated that the UK retail sales for 2020 will grow 1.2%, which is the slowest growth rate since 2015. Death of high street and department stores. Brick and mortar and department stores have been in decline since the 2008 recession. The top 150 UK retailers have 20% more space than they need and afford. Traditional retailers are suffering decline but not offering consumers a reason to shop in their stores or unable to adapt to the digital market. Voluntary administration at an all-time high for hopeless brands. Consumers are more money conscious. Boohoo brought Coast following their collapse and relaunched them as an online-only retailer. Decrease in footfall, but also online shopping is easier, and the losers would be Debenhams, Next and New Look, as they have closed hundreds of stores between them. E-commerce shopping. Online shopping is seamless, convenient and can be much cheaper. Consumers spend £1 in every £5 online. Easy access to market with smartphones and social media. Gen Y and Z are digital natives with e-commerce, and the winners would be fast fashion brands such as Boohoo and ASOS, who have changed the retail landscape. Amazon has changed the way we shop. And the rise of online spending in 2019 rose up to 18.6%. Fast fashion. So online fashion has become a central part of our shopping experience because it's seamless. Makes shopping for clothes more affordable, but it comes at an environmental and unethical cost, especially for factory workers. Clothing production has roughly doubled since 2000. The fashion industry produces 10% of all humanity's carbon emissions and is the second largest consumer of the world's water supply. Known as throwaway culture for single-use items as they're cheap, fast fashion industry's leader is the Spanish retail group Interdex, which owns brands including Zara Mango, and Zara puts out 24 collections per year while H&M offers between 12 and 16. Digital first retailers like ASOS and Boohoo changed the fast fashion market over the last 20 years. Boohoo's share price has doubled in 2019 in the graph. Sustainability was once considered as a consumer trend and retailers saw it as a hefty cost. It is recognised as a business strategy but is seen as a key differentiator in the growth of a business. Consumers are becoming more aware of their environmental footprint and are altering their consumption. Patagonia collects used clothing in its stores and through postage and repair services on garments to extend its use for customers. Purchase power of brands who are going green. And in the graph, sustainable keywords will increase in clothing after a huge increase in 2019. Lockdown, COVID-19. The current retail landscape has been and is still going through change through COVID-19. The reopening of stores. The UK is balancing keeping the economy afloat while containing the virus. Non-essential stores reopened for business on June 15th to boost the economy while enforcing social distancing rules. UK economy shrunk 20.4%, the largest monthly contraction on record due to lockdown. Brick and mortar sales are a critical part of the retail industry and was important to reopen. Drapers reported in-store sales have dropped 84% compared to 2019. And as of May the 6th, 2020, about 62% of UK shoppers said they reduced shopping in physical stores due to COVID-19 from the above graph. Primark. So Primark has gone from making sales around 650 million per month to zero following the closure of its stores as COVID-19 developed. Primark has no online business to fall back on during COVID, built up also 2 billion worth of stock. Unemployment. The US unemployment rate has risen to 14.7%, with 20.5 million jobs lost in April due to COVID-19. Furlough, so almost 9 million people on the government's furlough scheme that allows them to receive 80% of their monthly salary. The scheme has cost the UK 19.6 billion so far. Global trade has decreased since COVID-19, which has affected the supply chain of goods. First affected China and then escalated globally as COVID-19 spread, will make trading difficult in long term with no vaccine. And in the graph you can see that it's in 2020 it's gone minus 3.7%. Consumer buying habits. So COVID-19 saw a change in buying habits of panic buying food, increase in online fast fashion and grocery deliveries. 92% of UK adults have changed their shopping habits due to COVID-19, with e-commerce being retail's biggest lockdown driver. Grocery sales at UK supermarkets increased by more than 22%, with 457 million more in purchases compared to the same period in 2019. Amazon is the top online retailer for around 1 in 5 of us. Online sales rose 8%, pushing the proportion of sales overall to 22.3%, the highest ever recorded. COVID-19 impact on consumer behaviour. So 74% of 18 to 24-year-olds said that COVID-19 had impacted their shopping behaviour, compared with 54% of 55 to 64-year-olds. Consumer trends during lockdown included loungewear, tie-dye on clothes, board games, gardening, cooking, fitness and DIY. Lockdown and loungewear. So COVID-19 has changed the way we dress during isolation, especially working from home. Searches have risen 411% year on year for the period, and demand for slippers has risen 49%. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Consumers during COVID-19 lockdown. Psychological needs. So panic buying of food and toilet roll. Hoarding items reflects unpredictability of the availability of future goods. Stocking up on other essentials to reduce leaving the house. Safety needs includes need of being protected to avoid COVID-19, which includes PPE, masks, hand sanitizers and social distancing, reduce going out. Social belonging, so belongingness to family and friends to help with the COVID-19 anxiety, and use of online, offline to keep in touch, which is a part of emotional needs. Esteem, so feeling good at home by achieving goals. Purchase to feel good, fitness, cooking and clothes. So self-actualisation, to help the community, services provided by the frontline workers, so for example the NHS. And self-transcendence is the reality of living in a pandemic seems quite surreal. How COVID-19 will form the new retail landscape and consumer shopping habits for a sustainable future. 60% of UK shoppers believe that they'll maintain new shopping habits when the pandemic is over. Having seen the risks of a global supply chain, brands will reinvest in local manufacturing and design differently. Labels will produce fewer, smaller collections, and seasonal trends will disappear as designers focus more on classic items that can be worn all year round. Fast fashion brands will need to adapt a circular model. Brands will experiment with digital live shows. Consumers will be more conscious of what they buy. Instead, increased use of advanced technology will create a virtual shopping experience. So consumers seem to be unforgiving to brands that acted irresponsibly due to COVID-19. Consumers from China and India were the most likely to make negative views of brands. The key players during COVID-19. Key player in supermarkets during COVID-19 was Aldi. So breaking boundaries, brand strategy. So Aldi is a privately owned German grocer with a reputation of low prices. The total number of its product lines is 1,750 compared with another market of 40,000. Aldi's tills are more than 40% quicker than competitors. Introduced a traffic light system to help with social distancing and capacity in store. Aldi partnered with Deliveroo to create a grocery home delivery service in the UK during COVID. Has increased staff salary by 10% during the pandemic. And Aldi is making 100% of its product packaging reusable, recyclable and compostable by 2025. So 70% of sales for Aldi are outside of Germany. Has 11,922 stores that are estimated to generate sales of 109 billion, and as the graph shows, it is continuously growing over the year. Key player in online retailer innovation and change in the way we shop is Amazon. So Amazon is a top online retailer globally with 280 billion in revenue. Revenue is expected to grow in 2020, estimated to be 334.7 billion. A major pioneer with its leading cloud computing business, music and video streaming alongside the smart speaker market, Amazon sells anything that can be sold online and has expanded with its 5-year growth rate of 22%. Breaking boundaries, innovation. So created a range of Amazon innovations such as Kindle e-readers, Fire tablets, smartphone and TV, Echo and grocery deliveries. Amazon Prime has more than 100 million plus paid users online worldwide, which includes free shipping and media service. So customer service, Amazon's customer-centric culture keeps customers' loyalty and uses personalisation. New markets, so bought their way into a new market by purchasing grocery chain Whole Foods for 13.7 billion. Amazon Go allows customers to shop quicker with the most advanced shopping technology, and it is recently heading into the healthcare market, especially with COVID-19. So Italy, 37% of Italians believe that their online spending on Amazon was going to increase in the next month, reflects changing buying habits without even realising. Post COVID-19. So global recession. Over half of consumers in the US and UK think a global recession is now likely. 1 in 3 are unsure. High income groups are twice as likely as lower income ones to think a recession is extremely likely. Clear indication that this will have an impact on consumers' future buying habits and overall reduce global GDP. Conclusion. Recent changes in the retail landscape have shown that retail is constantly undergoing a fast change. Those that will survive best will be those who can react and adapt to the future retail landscape and environment, trends and themes going forward. Thank you very much.